Hi, this is Mrs. McCover, and today we'll be doing the suspended bind off with a crochet hook. Don't forget, in crochet, this is a yarn over, this is a yarn under. To start the suspended bind off, knit the first 2 stitches and slip them off the needle. Insert the needle into the farthest stitch, pull the second loop through, but keep everything on the hook and on the needle. Now reach down with your hook and insert it knitwise into the second stitch on the needle. Knit that stitch. You should now have 2 loops on your hook. Slip the top 2 loops off the needle. Insert the needle into the farthest stitch on the hook. Pull the loop through, and again, reach into the second stitch on the needle. Knit that stitch, pull the top 2 loops off the needle, and repeat. What if the needle accidentally pulls out of that loop? It's not a big deal. Just put it right back in. If you're wondering which loop it belongs in, if you have 1 loop on your hook, it's the little loop that goes around that loop. Put the needle back in. Bring the hook back around and knit the next stitch. This technique can feel awkward because what you're doing is holding the current stitch and the stitch you just completed on the hook and the needle while you make the next stitch. Holding them on the hook and the needle in this way adds just a little bit of relaxed but controlled tension. The suspended bind off can be purled. To do that, you want to move the working yarn to the front and insert the needle into the same loop but behind the hook rather than in front of the hook. Insert the hook purlwise into the next stitch on the needle, wrap the yarn from front to back and purl just that 1 stitch, slip both loops off the needle, insert the needle into the first stitch on the hook, draw the second loop through the first, and repeat. Purl the next stitch. This is a little awkward for me because I'm trying to work around the camera. Slip both loops off, insert the needle into the second stitch, pull that loop through, and repeat. When you reach the end of the row, whether you're knitting or purling, knit or purl the last stitch, pull out the needle, pull the last loop through. And here's our suspended bind off. This section is all knit. This last section is purled. It makes a slightly stretchier, more relaxed bind off than the standard bind off, but it does look just like the standard bind off. Thank you for viewing. Happy knitting, crocheting, and binding off.